you're starting to hide the reflection, so that's good.
Yeah, I know that's kind of what I'm...
You're like, that's what I was trying to do, thanks.
What Pascal and I are trying to do.
Elizabeth, the setup is new. We were really kind of wandering today, so why don't you chat about the setup real quick?
So, as a 33-year-old adult living in my mother's house, I decided I wanted a bigger room. So, my new room, which is my old room, which is Teresa's old room, which is the old bonus room,
Yep.
is now my new room again.
It's had many lives.
It has many lives. I was taking, this used to be like magnet boards, and I was taking the hooks off the wall that I have painted over twice now, and I was peeling off down to what color it was when you had the room.
Did you paint it for this iteration, or is this what it was?
This is what it was for the studio. So now my bedroom is half sewing table, desk, bedroom, and then my old room, which is actually the room I originally lived in when we first moved into the house 20 plus years ago. That is now studio. That is cutting table, design room / big mama's office.
Shared office space.
Shared office space. But I actually feel like an adult, and now
Great.
I have this amazing romantasy reading nook that is also now my podcasting corner.
A little podcasting nook we love.
A little podcast nook. This is my grandfather's old recliner chair. I just threw a blanket over it because I've yet to get it reupholstered, and it is old and has literal, just shabby, not chic, has literal cigarette burns in it. So, So yes, so Pascal and I are now sitting here.
Because Philip doesn't want to sit with you?
No, Philip does not want to sit with me. He's on the bed over there. But I finally finished putting all of my wall hangings up, and it's, I feel good. I won't show you the rest of the room because my desk is just a pile of crap, and so is my
Doesn't matter.
Table. So,
it doesn't matter.
It's okay.
This looks great.
We are vibing. And also I was just like, yes.
Yes, queen.
Yes.
I will also say, like, taking calls there is really nice because, like, my gallery wall is, like, a nice, like, sometimes, like, a breaking of the ice of, like, when I'm, like, meeting with people. People are like, are those Pokemon? And I'm like, yes.
Like,
Let me talk about the not tarot card Pokemon that I have in the back. Let's chit chat about it, shall we?
Yeah.
So
I mean, I like little gallery walls. The rest of my room is also very like eclectic. I kind of have like zones. Actually, I have 3 posters from an ex-boyfriend. It is the only thing that I've ever... Actually, that's a lie. I've kept 2 things from 2 different exes. That's one of them, though.
The Star Wars.
My Star Wars posters.
They're good posters.
On it on our story.
Well, they're good. They're good posters. Like,
no,
why would you?
Like,
why would you get rid of them?
I get rid of them?
Please.
So I kept that, and then I kept the blanket of mine and Dupree's face. But it's a dog blanket now, so it's
a good really blanket.
Dupree's. And also, it's a warm blanket, so like.
It's also like you're not gonna give that to like Goodwill or Salvation Army, like who?
Right, like what am I gonna be doing with it? It's literally got my face on it.
That is for you and Dupree, and only you and Dupree.
Right. So
sometimes it be like that.
That's a lie. I've 3 things. I've also kept a pair of socks that have Philip's
on
it.
We're gonna learn that you've actually kept everything.
I am not okay. There was one person I ever kept like a memory box of all of our things together, and that was Short Adam. I don't know why I kept things from dating him.
Heart wants what the heart wants.
I came across it and I was like, why the fuck do I have all this stuff? Chuck. Literally,
sometimes that's what the healing process asks for, and that's fine.
Yeah, but it was like literally like nothing.
It's fine.
And also, like, I wanted to break up with him a month into our relationship, and then he had to get surgery, and I felt bad, so I stayed with him for 2 more months.
Yeah.
So maybe this one is talking about Elizabeth's relationships.
Maybe that's... Maybe it was guilt. Maybe that's why you held on to the box.
Maybe?
You're a good Catholic girl.
I am a good Catholic girl. I ride that guilt wave hard.
Yeah, so I don't know. Maybe it was that.
Hang 10.
Hang 10 on the guilt wave. Maybe.
So,
Maybe.
totally possible.
Maybe.
I feel like I'm a millennial trying to be a Gen Z, trying to be a millennial. It's very weird.
It's funny,
the
like,
jacket.
it is definitely the jacket. I just saw somebody at Solid Core with that jacket, and it made me think of, this is like a real specific throwback. Do you remember the Land's End fleeces that we had?
Loved those, yes.
I had like a lime green one.
Yeah. You mean the quarter zip ones?
Yes.
That we wore literally everywhere? I had a blue one.
Yes.
I had like a
yes.
royal blue one.
Yes. And in the moment, I was like super hyped to get it. And then I was like, this is like lame. I don't want to wear this anymore, but like I have to. And now it's like come back around where I'm like, do I need another one?
I mean,
but the life cycle is so annoying where it's like I was super hyped to get it and then I was like kind of embarrassed to wear it. And now I'm like, do I need another one?
there's a picture of us with Uncle Jerry and we're both wearing them.
Yeah. Are we not ice skating?
Well, yeah, we might be ice skating at Central Park.
I think we're ice skating.
Seems like we would be wearing warmer clothes than that. But it could have been like a warm winter day.
Global warming. Who's to
It was
say?
the early 2000s.
Yeah, and it could be like we got sweaty ice skating. We took off our jackets.
Yeah.
Or
lived
you
in
know,
North Carolina on the coast. It did not get cold there.
very likely. I was like, I don't want to wear this jacket for this picture. She needed to be cute.
Most
so
likely, yeah, that was.
Let me be seen in this bizarrely intense colored. And I also just like it really struck me that I was like,
the color is this.
I know. It really struck me too that I was like, I always was like, I had no thought, and this remains true today, unfortunately, but like I had no thought of like, how will this fit into my closet? How will this make outfits? How will it fit into my wardrobe? I'm just like, I like this thing, regardless of how it's going to like work in an ensemble. But then I just end up with a ton of statement pieces that don't go together and don't go with anything else. And there are no staples. So I'm left being like, I have a lot of these random pieces that like I like, but I can't wear.
Yeah. I mean, I have more, I am more of like a staple girly.
I thought you were going to like, I have more style.
Well, that. I mean, look at me. Look at my golden retriever shirt with my cropped Gen Z jacket and Pascal on my lap. What are we talking about?
Please.
I'm lounging.
Please.
No, I always leaned when we were kids, like, towards, like, kind of like what Mom wore, which was, like, staples.
I mean,
white jeans and, well, literally what I'm wearing right now. A white t-shirt and some blue jeans. Literally in this shade.
I mean, I was like, is it sparkly? Is it colorful? Does it pop? Does it go with anything else? Who cares?
Remember that? Something that, like, Mom kept on trying to be like, she would always be like, okay, but what's the outfit that it's going with?
Always.
And, like, she would always, like, be building an outfit. And
always.
Whereas, like, both you and I were, like, mix and match shoppers, but on different levels. Like, I was a mix and match shopper of
staples,
like basics and staples, and then I would get like one like non-staple thing, but that could be worn with lots of things already in my closet. Whereas you were like
this sparks joy. I will get it.
The one outfit that I know you loved and I always hated. I think this is gonna
Are you gonna make me cry? Are you gonna hurt my feelings right now?
I might be hurting your feelings right now. The burgundy skirt, the one that you wore for your.
I don't know what you're talking about. I was fucking beautiful in that. You've never seen. You've never seen
calf length.
You have never seen anything so stunning. It was like a costume piece. It was like I was like Disney bounding Pirates of the Caribbean.
Yeah. I know. And every single time you wore it, I was like...
It was like taffeta.
Yeah, I know. And it was like mid-calf length, and it had like ruffles on it, but it wasn't like full ruffles because like... It was more like pleated ruffling.
Yeah.
And it was like... It had like...
It was like gathered.
Yeah. But there were seams, and it like then it flared, so it had like Godot, not Godot's. That's not the right term for it.
And then I would wear a short sleeve sweater.
I know. And like,
Listen,
what
I was stunning. Literally 14 out of 10.
I remember going to your, what was it, the NYU audition?
Yes, audition.
Where was that held?
Atlanta.
Okay. And then you were like literally crawling around like in like
Yeah,
Wendy's.
I was crashing out in a Burger King in that Delia's like cloud zip up.
Oh, I still have that.
I know, I've seen it.
It's literally in my closet. I almost threw it on with this. Just
Um,
saying. This does give very Delia's. This
It does
whole
give very
outfit
Delia.
gives very
God, I love.
Delia's.
God,
Okay,
I
so
could
guess
kill for a
what?
Delia's.
Guess what, Gen Z? I'm still a millennial because I'm just dressing like I did when I was a kid.
I'm just cosplaying as myself. There are some things that I like. I'm like, oh boy.
That
God,
had a chokehold on you. That skirt had a chokehold on you.
that
And
skirt
as
had such a chokehold on me.
What, you were 17, so I was
17, 18.
14,
Yeah.
and you were auditioning, and
And you were like,
remember-
fucking miss me with this outfit.
And I remember looking at your outfit. Mom was like, "Oh, you look so pretty," because you picked it out. And you know, we were never to say anything. But I remember
This was a
being
betrayal. This was
gonna
like,
wear
this is
that?
why, and this is why you didn't get accepted to NYU.
Like, if you want to, you can blame the skirt.
Well, I also like, you know what also had a chokehold on me? And I'm like, what are we doing?
No.
I had lavender pants from Old Navy that zipped off. They could be capris, they could be shorts, or they could be full-length pants.
Those were not from Old Navy. Those were from Limited Too, because I had 3 pairs of those.
No, I had a green pair from Limited too.
The lime ones.
Yes.
I had a periwinkle pair and then a light blue pair that I wore with my puppies playing soccer. I don't think I kept that shirt. I can't find it. I'm gonna be
Sad.
really sad. I did find
Sorry.
the shirt that got me beat up on the playground, though.
Or did you beat people up over it?
I did beat people up over it. It made boys angry.
You were
It
like,
said,
I've been making boys angry since 1997.
I mean,
It's original feminist right here.
OG right here. I've been rage baiting men since 97. It was a shirt that that said, "Don't think of it as lose." It said on the front and the little like corner pocket, it says "beat by a girl," and on the back it said, "Don't think of it as losing. Think of it as being beat by a girl." And when I tell you how angry
Little boys' brains just fucking
grader,
imploded.
4th and 5th grade boys got over that shirt. It was, and I'd be like a 9-year-old.
Say
really,
something.
I would be like, what? And I got pushed on the playground, and Miss Oberg Price, she was amazing. I loved her. She was like, I distinctly remember, I'm gonna call him out, Matthew, who liked Keely's abs in 5th grade. Matthew pushed me, and Miss Oberg was like, "Matthew, why did you push Elizabeth? Like, why are you guys arguing?" He's like, "Her shirt." And she was like, "But, okay, ladies, what do you think happened? Because it's exactly what you think it happened.
Because it's not grow up and get over it.
Grow the fuck up.
Grow
and
the
get
fuck
over it.
up.
No. Elizabeth was no longer allowed to wear that t-shirt to school because it made boys angry.
Oh.
I remember...
A tale as old as time.
I remember Mom being called in by by Miss Lynch, our principal at Parkview Elementary.
Putting everybody on blast.
Parkwood Elementary. I'm putting everybody on blast on this one. I'm half a beer in, and let's go.
Don't give a fuck. We are unscripted today.
It's like from What We Do in the Shadows. I don't give a fuck. His name was Mike. So Miss Lynch called in Babsy Wabsies and was like, "Hi, your daughter got into scuffle today. She really can't wear that shirt to school anymore." Mom was like, "The fuck? Why aren't we telling this little boy to just man up and get over it?
Fucking get over it. Because boys. Because men.
And let me rephrase. Not man up, because I don't like that phrase. But, like, get the fuck over it. I have to put up with all of your bullshit. I think that you can handle a shirt that says, don't think of it as losing, think of it as being beat by a girl.
Yes, but he can't. That fragile male ego cannot handle it.
Anyway,
in my mind, that shirt is from Walmart?
So it's from the mall. There were these t-shirts.
Oh, yeah. That's right.
That?
Yes, I do.
And I found it and I was like, I'm obsessed.
It was like a t-shirt wall.
Yeah. And then it had like cubbies of t-shirts.
Yes. And I was about to say, it had little cubbies. Yes.
That's where we've got it.
Yes.
I still have it. So if I ever think to myself, who radicalized me as a feminist, I'd have to say it was me.
I have to say it was just like me doing the Lord's work.
Doing the Lord's work as a 9-year-old.
I mean, we gotta do what we gotta do.
I mean, it's fine. Yeah. But that shirt went great with my zip-off light blue limited to
just the height of fashion.
Pants, capris, or shorts. And
my God.
And they were swishy material and had a little bit of like
so
lining.
You can go so fast.
So fast. And in the morning it's cold. In the afternoon it might be hot. So,
who's to say?
Zip them off.
You're a girl on the go.
Exactly. Also, the only thing was putting those back on.
Huge
very
pain in the
difficult. And also, I was wearing, those large, chunky Skechers sneakers. Very difficult to pull off the pant leg when you got those on. So I would just, kind of walk around with them around my ankles a little bit.
What? And I'm getting shit over my stunning Banana Republic skirt?
Teresa, that was hideous. I stand by my thought that was a hideous skirt.
Well, I don't know that it was hideous. I definitely think it was maybe too old for me.
Yeah, I mean...
At the ripe age of 17.
It made you look like grandma. It was, mid-calf, and then, Mom, for the audition, made you wear, black tights and, black, kitten heel shoes.
Yep.
And, you were wearing... Was it the short sleeve?
Yes, it was a short sleeve knit, not turtleneck, just a short sleeve knit sweater.
Yeah, it was very Talbot's coded.
Yes, but it was maybe not age appropriate for me.
It was not, and every single time I saw you in it, I was like, "That's ugly." But I didn't want to tell you that because I didn't want to hurt your feelings. But
you're like Thumper, where it's like, if you can't say something nice, don't say anything at all.
I'll just hold on.
Just eat the flowers. I'm just gonna save this as gold for my podcast 20 years from now.
Yeah. Well,
And here we are.
You're welcome.
Yeah, thank you.
You are welcome. Literally almost 20 years later.
Yeah, almost.
I hated that skirt.
Truth comes out.
Well, so yeah, but man, I did love that t-shirt.
And you have to say, maybe you'll frame it.
I am thinking of framing it. I am thinking of cutting it in half and framing both ends of it.
Yeah.
Like a jersey. Oh! I love that idea.
It sparked my feminine rage. I look at it, the fires are stoked. Oh.
Philip.
He agrees.
Philip.
The feminine rays.
I mean, Philip is...
He's ready to be part of the party. Of course he is.
He heard Babsy Wabsy come home.
Oh. Tiny boy, you're okay.
You're fine, Philip.
He's like, the hell with you. You don't know me.
I don't know you. I don't want to talk to you.
You don't even know.
Yeah, man. I'm also trying to think what else, had a chokehold on me.
Oh. I had a pink skirt from Old Navy that had, sea turtle print on it. And then I had sea turtle earrings.
Oh, yeah.
And then I lost one of the sea turtle earrings, and I was devastated.
Man, yeah, we have always, I've always dressed very butch, and you've always dressed way
like
too
an old woman.
Age.
Well, here's the problem. Here's the reason why, though, right? Because I was always too big.
Too big, yeah, I know.
For the kids' clothes.
Right.
So I had to be shipped off to the adult store at 12.
You were tall and developed early.
Yes, that's a nice way to be like, she was hippie. At an age when Gap Kids is no hips.
Well, and then there was me who literally, I didn't get my period until I was like 15 and a half. Like,
Yeah,
it was the
so-
end of my sophomore year, and everybody had their periods. Everybody had ass and thighs. Not this chick.
Well, I would just
She
say,
could still squeeze into her Aeropostale.
I
And it
think
was
now,
falling off of her hips. Oh,
I think
that-
now it would be easier for me to get clothes that are maybe more age appropriate, and a little more
Absolutely.
youthful at my size. But at the time, it was completely unavailable. It was just sort of like but then I like had like intense like body dysmorphia because I'm like, I don't fit into like these
I'm
clothes
not
because
laughing
it's
at
like,
that was mean.
because my hips are like a woman's hips, but I'm like 12.
Well, and then on top of it, like, let's be real, you and I were given ass and thighs from our mother
Yes.
at an early age. Like, that
Yes.
was kind of a consistent theme, like, through even when we were children in, like, kids' clothes.
Yes.
We always had to, like, size up, but our waists were always, like, too small for it.
Correct. I'm like, yes, I'm like hourglass, like, typical.
Right.
Where it's like, boop, boop, boop. So, like, but then it would be like, well, you can go get, like, an extra large for kids. And you're like, okay, but, like, that does not fit
But, like,
me.
it doesn't fit.
I could wear a muumuu, I guess. But, like, that doesn't really
Well-
solve the problem
And then I had the struggle of... you
of
were
being
allowed to
so
wear-
small and petite.
Well, yeah, because you were allowed to shop. You don't understand the struggle that I had.
It's
You
true,
were
I
allowed to
couldn't
shop.
ever understand.
You were allowed to shop at American Eagle, and I was like, "Well, I want to shop at American Eagle." And Mom's like, "You literally can't even fit into the size 00. Like, you are a child. This is not for you." And I remember begging Mom. Do you remember that? It was a short. It was almost like a cargo tan skirt.
Yes. Yes.
That
had a green
was
one.
a size, yes, that was a size 00, and it like hung off of me constantly.
And you're like, no, belt it.
Yeah, I mean, I think I just like tied a shoelace around it at one point. That was
Fashion.
That was 6th grade. I wasn't able to wear that to school, obviously.
Correct.
But then I wore it in 7th grade because I didn't go to a school that had a dress code or a, required dress code, strict
A
dress code. Uniform.
a uniform.
Let's be real. Come on,
A uniform.
Newbridge. It was a uniform.
A uniform. A uniform.
It was definitely a uniform.
Look,
But
when you were wearing very cute limited 2 outfits, I was wearing pants that I would put on backwards.
that was your
because-
own fault.
They had an elastic waistband.
There's a tag, Teresa.
Yeah, but like when you're like sleepy in the morning.
No. I also had to wear plenty of shit that I didn't want to wear. So, nah, I don't want to hear it.
Nah.
Nah. I had to wear plenty of things that I hated.
What?
Do you want the specific outfit that I literally hated?
Tell me.
Well, it was really a situation. It wasn't necessarily the outfit, but
But the situation
was-
tainted the outfit.
yes. It was cold in the morning. I think I was in like 5th grade. Remember how we used to wear leggings like all the time, like cotton leggings from Land's End? Or
Yes.
LL Bean?
Yes.
We'd order them and like they come
In bulk. And they'd be in multiple different like colors and patterns.
Yep. And then we would have like different shirts to wear with it. So I had like a pair of like blue leggings and
Yes.
then it was like yellow and blue long sleeve shirt.
Yes.
It had
Yep.
just like one stripe across and it was like half blue, half yellow, and it was like
Yes.
a full blue shirt. It tainted this outfit for me, and I loved the outfit, but it was so hot that day, and I knew it was gonna be hot, and Mom was like, no, you're gonna be cold, and so she made me wear that. And
And the outfit was ruined forever.
I was so pissed at recess. I am sweating my ass off, and I I was, as like a 10-year-old, I was like, son of a bitch, Mom made me wear this. I didn't want to wear it. I knew it. And like, I really hate when you wear like a long sleeve shirt and you like keep pulling it up, and then by the end of the day, it's the sleeve is so big that it's just like falling down, and then it's like dangling.
I know,
and, like,
it makes your wrist be like, blah, 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 blah.
It does. It makes my hands go blah, 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 blah. And I hated it. And like all day long, I'm like shoving up my sleeves because I'm sweating. And then by the end of the day, they're all stretched out. And I'm just like, oh!
And I'm overstimulated as fuck.
Yeah, it was bad. It was bad. And that tainted that outfit for me. I also had a pair of boys' cargo shorts that had a chokehold on me when I was like in middle school. I think there's a picture of
They're nice.
Yeah, they were awesome.
I had a pair of like men's basketball shorts that were Clemson because I couldn't really find anything that was like Clemson, so I like bought those.
I remember those. I remember those very distinctly and being like,
did you hate them more or less than the burgundy skirt?
I think burgundy skirt kind of takes the cake.
You're like, literally nothing can topple burgundy skirt. She is queen.
A close second were those basketball shorts, because I was like, what the fuck is she wearing? Although if you saw pictures of me as a child, you would not be like, that kid's gonna be a fashion designer.
That girl's gonna grow to be a fashion designer.
No. Yeah, there's a picture of us at, I want to say it's Busch Gardens with the Midlands, and I was wearing like a navy like American Eagle shirt and cargo shorts with my indoor soccer like Adidas Sambas.
Yes.
That was
somehow we made it out alive.
And
well, also like it makes me think too, where like Mom kept being like, every year for my birthday she'd be like, do you want to get makeup? And I was like, no.
Yeah, I know, because I was
for 2 years, my 16th and 17th birthday, Mom was like, how about I buy you makeup? And I was like, pass. She was like, you're getting makeup. Yeah, it's over.
And then because as the youngest, we're not allowed to get things until the age, some things.
Sure, like I set the precedent.
Right, and so like I had to wait until I was 18, or like close to 18. Mostly because Mom didn't want to hear your trap about letting me get something early, because like let's talk about the brown American Eagle shoes that you got to go to Newbridge. I got those in 6th grade. You were not allowed to get those in 6th grade.
Yes, it was deeply disrespectful. I spent 2 years clopping around in Birkenstocks that technically fit my feet, but made my feet look like they were, I don't know, like baguettes. Like so fucking long.
You had big feet for a kid.
I also picked shoes that were like, are your feet big? Let's make them look enormous.
You were able to pick all of those shoes. You picked everything that you wore.
Sandals, but I'd wear socks with them. So my socks would be like all like patterned from the fact that these like shoes were like woven.
I was just hanging a picture the other day. Today.
You were like, my God, look at Teresa's clown shoes.
No, I'm wearing socks at the fucking beach. We are at the beach taking pictures, and I'm wearing socks with boat shoes. Socks? And your mom was like, you wanted to wear socks? And I was like, where? Oh, God.
Beauty. Grace.
Yeah, and then we discovered Urban Outfitters. My life was forever changed.
Oh my God. Do you know what outfit had an absolute fucking chokehold on me? Do you know?
There are a couple from Urban Outfitters.
That green sweatshirt with the raven on it. Skirt with stars. With tights. Boots.
Teresa had those lace-up Ugg boots.
No, but not those. That's not what I wore with those.
Not the red ones. But you wear the red ones with a green sweatshirt that had a raven on it. That's such an odd...
Because I don't buy staples, I buy statements, and then I put them all together. You're really working on it. I'm really working on it.
Well,
I'm trying. I just have to be such a pretty girl, Elizabeth, and I can only be pretty if I'm sparkly. You know this. It's in my blood. It's not my fault.
Was that Uncle George's?
It's my great-grandmother's fault.
Great-grandmother.
No, only mine. You can have the other one.
You're behaving poorly, so it's mine.
Yeah, exactly. It's my great-grandmother. You can have a different one.
You can have a different one. We were.
You can have the other one.
DC.
Mhm.
Was that for
Yeah,
Uncle George?
I used to wear this to like like to Broadneck. Like I got that my sophomore year.
Yeah, that's
Yeah,
when
it would have been George's funeral.
it
Yes.
was been Uncle George's funeral. Because
Yes.
at the same time, I distinctly remember you getting that outfit because I got a all like a jaunty cut T-shirt that was like green with like lime green birds
Yep.
flying across it.
Yep.
And a lime green tulle skirt.
Yes.
And that was hot shit. Now, this is also, everybody, this was my 7th grade year. This was also the year that I loved wearing a skirt over flared jeans with my DC white and Kelly green accented skater shoes.
Duh. What else were you gonna wear? Avril Lavigne is at the height of her power.
Oh my god. That outfit, I don't think I even have a picture of me in that outfit, and I wore that outfit all the time.
That seems unlikely. I'm sure we could find.
I bet we could find one, but it was that like thermal fabric and had little flowers.
And I would say it had
Jenny
little
bought
pink
me
flowers.
that. And Jenny bought me that.
And the
at
zip up,
Macy's.
the zip up matched it.
The skinniest.
Yeah,
zip up.
it offered absolutely zero warmth.
Also, like, hid nothing.
Ain't nothing going underneath it either. Actually, that's not true. A little lace cami, where you can see the lace on the top and the bottom.
No, this was my my Under Armour year.
Oh, of course.
So, I
Under Armour.
I had black, white, navy, and like a burgundy red that I would wear under everything because for some reason I think that I was just in shock and I wasn't dealing with things
Probably.
in Maryland. So I was so cold all the goddamn time.
We also had never been exposed to cold like that.
Yeah, but my nail beds were blue in the summer.
Yes, it's a combo of like emotional, but also like we were not bred for that.
Oh yeah, no.
That's not how we were. That's not how we were raised.
I understand that I have the complexion of a girl who should never be out in the sun, and I come from the misty isles of Ireland. But I was not raised to be in not warm weather.
Correct.
So moving to Maryland was big issue. But oof, yeah, that 7th grade fashion, because I would wear that cargo short, not cargo shorts, but the cargo skirt with it was brown Pound Puppies t-shirt.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
But that's not even the best part, ladies and gentlemen. I would also wear silver, like, disco ball Mardi Gras beads.
Yeah.
And I would twist it twice around my head, and then there would just be a long one. That was the look. That was my entire outfit. With my skater shoes.
That was a vibe.
My skater shoes were with everything. I did not tie them. I tied them underneath, and I, like,
honestly, I'm trying to think, like, outside of Uggs, I can't remember what shoes I wore.
I wore my lime green Uggs everywhere.
I wore Uggs.
Stunk to the
I wore
heavens.
Uggs all the time. Like, I didn't really enter my like high heel phase until coming to South Carolina, and then I would wear high heels like. Wear high heels like.
I know.
I would have rather been caught dead. I would rather you cut my feet off than be caught in tennis shoes or sneakers while not actively exercising. Like the instant I was done running, I was like, these shoes off, heels, put them on. With my Nike shorts, so be it. That's a good Luke. I would rather die. And now I can't tell you the last time I didn't. And now I can't tell you the last time I didn't wear a sneaker.
It's like, can I wear a sneaker with this? My feet hurt. I don't want to put.
We went to a party at South by Southwest, and I wore heels, and I walked 20 minutes in the heels to the party. Did the party, walked 20 minutes back, and Suzanne was like, "Are you gonna wear the heels?" And I was like, "Yeah, like we live in New York, like it's fine, like I can walk, it's fine." The next day, my feet were like, "What the fuck is wrong with you?" And we had a party to go to the next day where I was like, "I will be wearing sneakers to that party."
I will be wearing sneakers. Thank you very much.
I'm wearing the same dress, which calls for these heels. I will not be wearing heels. I will be wearing sneakers.
The heels
I do not give a fuck.
I distinctly remember you having in high school
The red Jessica
Or
Simpson ones?
were they those were pumps, weren't they?
Mm-hmm.
No, I'm thinking of the hot pink sandally ones.
I had those. I also had the metallic bronze ones with a pointy heel, with a pointy toe.
Yeah, I know.
And also, let me tell you, I think every single high heel was like half a size too big.
Oh, yeah.
So I would like around. And our high school had stairs, so I'd be like up like 3 flights of stairs.
I did wear heels in high school. I wore those Jessica Simpson plaid, like multicolored plaid wedges all the time.
A Luke.
I would love wearing those with flare jeans, and a white t-shirt. And
yes.
Giant. And I mean
humongous
giant hoop earrings. And like crunchy.
And no makeup because my sister sucks.
No makeup. This was freshman year. I was 14. And crunchy ramen noodle hair. But those side bangs were
plastered.
Straight. I would use
perfection.
My straightener and then scrunch everything else.
She cute. Okay, what can I say?
Was she? I don't.
She was adorable. So. I was terrified. But my God, like t-shirt, jeans, heels.
Yeah, I know. You were always in heels.
Always in heels. Now you can't fucking catch me dead in heels. If I'm going to an event that requires heels, you better believe that I am Ubering there and back and being very strategic about what the event is. Well, and I'm like, can it be a wedge?
Well,
does it have to be a heel?
I'm like a chunky heel or a wedge.
But yeah, this is let me be more clear. This is not a heel. Like, I went in like a thick ass heel because Suzanne was like, how are you gonna walk in those? I was like, they're not a wedge, but they're a fat heel.
Well, because you used to walk around in stilettos.
Yes, I did. I don't think I own a pair of stilettos anymore.
No, why would you? It's a toothpick literally strapped to the bottom of a ballet flat.
But wearing those shoes for like, I don't know, 2.5 hours, my like ankles were like, I'm gonna murder you and you're gonna feel me for the next 7 to 10 business days. Fuck off. But I was like, I have to look like professional and nice and blah 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 blah. And my feet were like,
look professional and nice.
I don't give a fuck. My heels were like, my feet were like, I don't fucking care. Cut us off. Like, you have said that you wanted to do all along. Just do it. We're out.
Just kill us now, please.
Murder us, please.
Save us all the trouble. Yeah, I mean, I think really I have a few heels, but I don't.
Yeah, and then I graduated to ballet flats.
Ballet flats. A pair of silver ballet flats. Now, I wore the shit out of those.
You know, I was like, are you gonna murder my Achilles tendon? Perfect.
No, lovely.
Love it.
I had a pair of Kenneth Cole. Like gunmetal silvery ballet flats. I had little flowers on the toes of it. I wore the shit out of those. Those went with everything. Also, like, because I'm 5'2", and I've been 5'2" since, I don't know, like, I was 13, I'm pretty sure I just stopped growing. Hands stopped growing at 10, so, like, you know, kind of capped it off at 13. I love when people I'm like, oh, I have, like, they're like, what's a fun fact about you? I'm like, I have tiny, minuscule hands. And they're like, no, you don't, they're average size. And I'm like, really?
No, I do.
Really? I have to wear children's gloves, kids' gloves, because my thumb is like the size
of a toddler.
Of a toddler. Like people who are shorter than me have bigger hands than me.
Well, you know.
And then on top of it, I've got big ass feet. I have size 8 to 8.5 foot. What is happening to my body?
So all the growth energy went to your foot and not your hands.
Obviously. So 5'2" in high school, I'm wearing jeans because I'm weirdly proportionate for a petite person, so I couldn't wear petite pants. Also, like, those weren't really available, and like, they kind of ended up always being like high waters on me, so like I would wear regular length, but then they'd be dragging. Perfect. And like,
well, but that was the aesthetic.
But that was the aesthetic you really wanted, and like, if you could get like a tail, you wanted. Ooh, if it had the drag, but then also the tail.
Say less.
That was peak. That was, yeah, that was rough.
I mean,
and then you know the belt and it was the whole
always,
look.
always.
And
I mean,
like so many camis and like then
Visible.
V-neck. Ugh.
Always. I would say,
But it had to be visible here and here.
of course, obviously,
You had
What
to
are you
show
doing?
that the lace was at the top and the bottom.
and the bottom.
Otherwise,
So,
like you. Were
otherwise, you're
poor.
not for real.
No,
You're not for
poor
real.
If you could only get one or the other.
Shame.
That was not Hollister or American Eagle or anything like that. You got
Exactly.
that at Old Navy. Get out.
Boo. Hiss. What I think is like the best like encapsulation of like my desire for footwear in my youth is that I showed up. Do you know what I'm gonna say?
No, maybe. I don't know.
I showed up for a work call at Clemson to load in a show.
Yes, I do remember this.
And they were pretty specific of like, you have to wear closed-toed shoes. You need to wear sneakers, Teresa.
Teresa,
so I was
wear
like-
sneakers.
Like, basically, I mean, yes, they were like, Teresa, please wear sneakers. Do not show up in ballet flats. We'll kill you. And I was like, okay, fine. So I showed up in gold Coach sneakers.
Because why the fuck not?
Because if I have to wear sneakers, they will be sparkly. And my roommate and best friend was like, only you would show up in fucking gold, glittery, unsupportive Coach sneakers to do a full-ass day of work, lugging shit around. You would. And I was like, well, they told me I can't wear ballet flats.
With Norts. With Nike shorts.
Obviously, like, what do you want from me? I was just a sorority girl. It's not my fault.
Well, what was really funny was like, okay, so in 7th grade, I went through that like punk goth
Yes.
phase, and mom like threw out like all black clothing, and it was like fully color or you went naked, like you were not wearing black anymore.
Or no clothes for you.
Or no clothes at all. So I became very colorful from the time I was 12 all the way through high school. Like I would like you couldn't find black in my closet, which is super ironic now. But we got into college, and this was my first experience in theater and being backstage, because I was costume design, so I would work wardrobe. And they were like, well, you have to wear all black.
You're like, my mommy says I can't.
My mom says I can't wear black. So, and this is a 6-year-long, like, ingrained in my head, I can't wear black. So, how about navy? Or, like, a gray? And they were like, black. You have to wear black. And I didn't really want to wear black jeans. I didn't want to, like, I also, like, as a sorority girl,
LOL.
I didn't want to look like all of the other, like, men that worked backstage. And I'd be like, no, I can't wear that. So, like, mom took me to, like, Gap Fit and got, like, black leggings, a black tank top, and a black, like zip-up
Yep.
hoodie. And I showed up and I was like, well, here's your black.
And they were like, that's not what I meant. And I was like, too
That
bad.
is not what we meant. And I was like, too bad. I would have to wear a tool belt. Like, they had to craft me a tool belt because I didn't have any pockets or a belt to hook anything onto. So they had to get me, like, I'm pretty sure somebody, like, spray painted, like, one of those, like Home Depot, aprons. So that I could put, like, all of my shit in there. And I was like, you figure it out, because this is what I'm wearing. Yes,
because this is what I got. You're welcome.
And I, like, couldn't take off my my sweatshirt because it was a tank top. And I, like, glowed.
And I'm so pale.
I glowed in the blue light. They were like, Elizabeth, this is worse. You might as well just be wearing white. Like...
You're like, I don't know what to tell you.
I was like, you asked for black, this is what I'm giving you. Ironically, now, most of my closet's black, but, you know, in a
we
cute,
took a long...
functional fashion way, black.
Look, we started from the bottom, burgundy skirt, now we're here.
I also didn't start wearing black until I moved to New York. Like, and really it was like my 3rd year in.
Yeah, I would say, it was a slow descent back into, your color was calling you home.
Well, and also
it was like,
goth.
Come back to us. Come back.
It was like fitness black, and then also like...
Fashion black.
Not
Hot Topic.
No.
Look, we found a topic, even though we weren't anticipating finding a topic.
Yeah.
We stumbled into something.
But then
you hurt my feelings, but it's fine.
I hated that burgundy skirt. I still do.
I really...
I'd burn it.
You're like, if I see it, it's hands on sight.
hands are being thrown. It's getting burnt.
I don't know that it would burn. I'm not gonna lie to you.
Honestly, I'm pretty sure it would not light on fire. I would shred it though.
Wow. This is aggressive.
I fucking hated that skirt. And every single time you wore it, your face lit up, so I didn't feel like I could say anything. And I was
Do you think that you could create something for me that has the spirit of that skirt but looks good?
I would never want to.
Yeah, but what if that's what I want to wear to like the
It's fucking
Oscars?
ugly. What are you talking about? I'd slap you and I'd be like, no. How about that? How about I make you something, you fucking wear it, because I told you that you will look good in it.
Oh my god, this is aggressive.
The spirit of that skirt. The spirit of that skirt needs to die in a landfill somewhere. That
Maybe
it
the
never
spirit.
disintegrate.
Maybe the spirit of that skirt lives in the haunted painting of your self-portrait.
Look, I don't think that thing will ever burn either.
So they can keep each other company. A little bit of you, a little bit of me.
Okay, but like I didn't wear that painting. Unfortunately, I had to paint it.
Right, but you wore the clothes that are in that painting.
Yeah, and those were cute clothes. Actually, that tank top was your tank top.
Look, as we've already
stole from
astutely discovered, maybe some of my choices were not the best.
I did like that tank top. It had a tiger and like a leopard fighting.
Oh yeah, that was a good tank
That
top.
was a good one. You wanted to get rid of it, and I was like, take it. And I was like,
It's for me. Thank you.
And then a blue Walmart zip up.
Hey, you know, it works.
Well,
it works.
because of the clothes that I was wearing in the original painting were gray and black Nike shorts, and my instructor was like,
So no.
the background is gray, then you're wearing gray. Maybe change what you're wearing when you come here. I'm like, but this is my paint t-shirt. This is what I wear to oil painting class, because if you touch oil painting, it's everywhere. And
Right.
it will never get out of anything. So I just had to risk it for the biscuit.
Well, you know, you got that incredible painting out of it, so worth it. Did I?
Is a strong word.
Did I?
I wish that it hadn't, but you know, here we are.
Well, sometimes that's life.
All right, so folks, we talked about next.
We've always had impeccable fashion sense.
How Teresa had shit fashion, Elizabeth also had shit fashion, and now look at us.
Look at us go.
Next week it will be something else.
Something else.
Maybe we'll do another draft of like Sabrina Carpenter songs or something.
Yeah, we'll keep you posted. But also, these don't get posted in order, so who's to say what we're gonna post after this
So
one?
who's to say anymore? Could be supernatural, could be nothing.
We'll see. All right. Well, you know what they say. One-ll
One-ll
plus
plus one-ll
one-ll
equals
Toodles.